purpose of this video is to show how to scale Metabase to multiple instances. So in here I have a Docker Compose file where I declared multiple instances of Metabase. So I have Metabase instance 1, Metabase instance 2, and Metabase instance 3 here. And I used Nginx to load balance or act as a proxy for the multiple instances that I have declared there. And we are also using here the database, a shared database for all the Metabase instances, which is Postgres. So I also declared volumes for the DB itself. So it's being used in here on the Metabase DB, Postgres DB. And then I also declared Metabase data as another volume, which is mounted to the instances, as you can see here. So Metabase data, that volume is mounted on the /temp folder or path in the container. And then we declare that the DB file is under temp metabase.db, which is also the same as how we've declared it on the other instances, so that they have the same configurations, the same Metabase specific settings. And also we've configured all three to connect to the same database. So the host is Metabase DB, which we've declared underneath. The same for instance 2 and the same for instance 3. Now we've used Nginx to load balance all three instances of Metabase, and we've declared a configuration file for that. So in here, this is a sample Nginx configuration file that we have, where we've declared an upstream called Metabase, and the upstream servers are Metabase instance 1, 2, and 3, which we've declared there. All those instances of Metabase actually listens to port 3000, so we're doing forwarding to that port. And we've declared that we're gonna be using IP hash for as load balancing strategy, so that all clients will be, when they connect to the server, they will be served the same instance, or rather the same server of Metabase on the back end. So when they go to port 8000 on the Nginx instance, they will get redirected to the upstream servers for their request to be served. Okay, so let's just see what we have. As containers. So I have a container here to manage my containers in my local machine. So currently I have 4 containers running, and when I execute Docker Compose in here, it should create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 containers more. So the database, the Nginx load balancer, and 3 instances of Metabase. So let's execute Docker Compose up, and it should create those services that I've declared in my Docker Compose file. So in here, you can see all the logs of the Metabase, or rather the services. So the Metabase database is first to init, and then followed by the Metabase instances. So as you can see, you can actually segregate from which service the logs are coming from. Okay, so we'll just wait for this to it's done. Oh, not yet. Okay, Metabase initialization complete. Now when I go to my list of containers, okay, so it should show the Metabase database, the Metabase instances, and also the Metabase load balancer, which is the Nginx. So in order to manage the instances, we need to hit the load balancer's URL, which is running on port 8000. Okay, so this is the setup screen of Metabase. We'll also follow the logs in here so that we are aware that we are setting it up properly. Okay, let's say admin user localhost as the email address. Password would be, let's say, just a sample one. Hit next. Okay. Now we select DB in here. Let's choose Postgres because I have a running Postgres instance on my local machine. So let's just get the details of my IP address in here. So 192.168.2. Okay. Local 5432. Database name Postgres. Okay, and then hit next. Okay, then hit next, and then we're good. Take me to Metabase. Alright, so it already has my local database in here. I have a few tables in there. So let's just see what happened in the instances. Okay, as you can see here, so the instances are syncing. Actually, if you change something from on one instance, the other instances are syncing with the current settings that you set. So you can actually create more instances, scale to more instances of database, and they will all get synced with one another, the settings and all. But I think I'm hitting Metabase instance 3 because that's what Nginx configured for me to serve my requests. Alright, so that's it, I guess. Thanks.